The tragedy on San Pedro has many in disbelief that none of the four persons could have been saved from the inferno. Antonio Guerrero, who lives next door to the Nunez Bacab family, says that David Nunez broke in a window in an attempt to save two of his children.
But when I come out, I see the veranda made dawn and fire, and they just have one door, and that was causing the problem that she don't know how to escape from it because David broke up the window and he jumped on top. But as my concern, he got in, but the smoke win him, and he had to let go the little girl. So he jumped after the window.
So he only escaped with one child?
Yes,
With the boy,
with a big no, with Sammy.
Sammy. So Alan and Mia were trapped inside.
Yes, with her
Along with the
mom
mother.
and one little niece.
That aside, Guerrero says that she was also concerned about her house and others in proximity to the billowing flames. A third house suffered damages to its side adjacent to the blaze, but fortunately was not completely gutted.
The fire engine just come and it just like he come visit us. He never do nothing. The fire engine just stay like a door no right here. It doesn't do anything. And then
So it didn't firefight any at all?
no. They come, but they don't do anything. And I was telling them the well. I got a big well there, and nobody care about the well until my nephew came, and he said buckets, and then they started to throw water on the thing. Then the thing started to like pop like gunshots, but it wasn't gunshots. It was the sink.
Residents also say that the fire service was unprepared and quickly ran out of water. Brave bystanders got into action and formed a bucket brigade to help quell the inferno.
Well, when I arrived at the place, the firefighters were here and they were trying to out of the fire, but they only did one pump and they left because there were no water. But all the neighbors, they started to take out their pumps and they were the ones fighting more for the fire to calm down. Like it take maybe half an hour when the firefighters got back, but the house was gone. You can't control it.
Station manager at the National Fire Service, Oren Smith, says that the department responded when it received the call 45 minutes after the blaze started. He, however, explains why the responding trucks ran out of water and the process of firefighting given circumstances beyond their control.
There are two units in San Pedro. These units, compared to what we have here in Belize City, are pretty much small. The combine of both trucks, I think, has an approximate 700 gallons. If you get on the scene and you use 3 lengths of hose, 70 millimeter by 100 foot length, it takes 30 gallons to fill 1 length of hose. That's 90 gallons. If you're using 2 branch pipe that discharge 100 gallons per minute, that's 290 gallons per minute being discharged. Out of 700 gallons, you have at least just over 2.5 minutes firefighting before the trucks have to leave the scene to find water supply. And that is what have occurred.
But did the home lack an egress? As you heard Guerrero say earlier, David Nunez had to break in a window to escape from the blaze, and residents say there was only one flight of stairs to access the upper flat of this 2-story structure in which the 4 deceased were trapped. While the investigation will look at all these issues, Smith says that there is reason for concern.
But I do know that, yes, we have a lot of structure in this country. And I have even seen many in San Pedro where this one flight of stairs is. And what's even more concerning is that the higher the building go, literally they continue with that one flight of stairs being center placed, which is not by any code standard or should not be by any code standard. So it's a difficult thing to fix when they are already constructed and occupied. But new structures we can get a grip on to enforce a minimum of 2 exits per floor, not closely related to each other, but in different sections of the building, that when a fire incident occurs, that one incident would not render both access to exits incapable at the same time.
Duane Moody for News 5.